In the past few days, Ukraine has reinforced its defensive positions, holding firm against relentless Russian attacks on the Eastern Front, especially near Avdiivka and Bakhmut. Ukrainian troops have effectively stalled enemy advances, dealing severe blows through targeted artillery fire and drone operations. This video highlights the recent frontline battles, emphasizing the coordinated efforts of Ukrainian tank units and drone operators to secure dominance on the battlefield. The group trying to cross the gray zone is being closely monitored. However, they overlooked one crucial element: Ukrainian artillery and drone strikes. As they move cautiously across the open land, the first shells strike, throwing the group into disarray. A Russian soldier, realizing the inevitable, desperately shoots at the drone, but his actions are pointless. He meets the same fate as the others. One by one, the remaining soldiers are methodically taken out by drone operators and artillery teams, leaving no way out and no survivors. In the meantime, another group of Russian soldiers attempted to move through the gray zone. In the Ukraine conflict, the gray zone refers to areas where control is contested by both sides. These zones, marked by continuous skirmishes and shifting front lines, serve as hotspots for reconnaissance, small assaults, and tactical maneuvers. Both sides use them to bolster their positions or disrupt the enemy. The Russian soldiers advanced carefully across the snow-covered ground, fully aware they were in a volatile and dangerous area. With no solid defenses or safe routes, every step was a calculated risk. Their progress was slow and measured as they worked to avoid detection and ambushes. However, their movement did not escape notice. A Ukrainian drone operator locked onto their position, tracking their every step. Unaware of the threat above, the soldiers continued forward, only to realize too late that a precision drone strike was incoming. The bomb dropped swiftly, striking the unsuspecting group. Russian soldier fought desperately to reach the vehicle, pushing forward across the open ground with all his strength. Just as his hand was about to grab the vehicle for cover, the drone pilot struck, cutting his effort short in an instant. Another soldier, sensing the threat too late, spun around and aimed his weapon at the incoming drone. But by then, the drone operator had already locked onto him, and in a matter of seconds, he too was taken out. The night had been brutal in the city of Syrskyi, situated in the Donetsk region. By daybreak, Ukrainian drone operators were actively targeting Russian soldiers who had managed to survive the previous night's fighting. In the footage currently shown, a drone operator quickly closed in on one of these soldiers and launched the first strike. The soldier, caught off guard, barely managed to dive into a foxhole just in time narrowly avoiding the initial blast. A foxhole is a small, shallow trench dug by soldiers for protection against enemy fire. These positions, valued for their rapid construction, ability to conceal troops, and effectiveness in deflecting incoming attacks, remain essential in modern combat. The wounded Russian soldier's comrade, witnessing the attack, chose to abandon him and fled the scene in panic. Meanwhile, a reconnaissance drone operator from the 118th Territorial Defense Brigade spotted 6 Russian soldiers on motorcycles attempting to breach infantry positions. Russian forces in the Ukraine conflict use both electric and gasoline-powered motorcycles for scouting, quick deployments, and logistical support. Notably, Kalashnikov's electric motorcycles provide a major advantage with their quiet operation and minimal thermal signature, allowing them to move without being detected. The drone operator promptly alerted command about the infiltration. In response, attack drones were dispatched to eliminate the enemy soldiers on the motorcycles. At the same time, the soldier in the foxhole, thinking he had escaped the strike, stayed concealed. However, things didn't unfold as he had anticipated. The drone expertly released a precise bomb straight into the foxhole. Yet, the anticipated large explosion never came. The drone operator swiftly recalibrated and dropped a second bomb, once again hitting the target with perfect accuracy. This time, the entire position was destroyed, entombing the Russian soldier in the process. To stop such enemy infiltrations, a coordinated response from multiple units was necessary. As a result, 2 additional reconnaissance drones joined the attack drones, providing real-time updates on enemy movements to command. The Russian soldiers had no escape route. Their frantic efforts to evade the drone strikes, along with futile rifle fire, proved ineffective. The intensity of the attacks increased, with relentless strikes overwhelming their defenses, transforming the battlefield into a relentless zone of destruction. In the final phase, cluster munitions were deployed to eliminate the remaining Russian forces. Cluster munitions are designed to release multiple smaller explosive submunitions over a wide area, whether launched from the air or ground. These weapons are highly effective at neutralizing enemy troops, armored vehicles, and supply routes, causing massive damage. In the end, silence settled over the battlefield. Every soldier involved in the infiltration had been neutralized. A T-72 tank from the armored group spots the enemy. The T-72 is a main battle tank renowned for its toughness and formidable 125mm gun, used by many armies worldwide. Its upgraded versions are equipped with advanced reactive armor, thermal imaging, and improved survivability, giving it a strong edge on the battlefield. The Ukrainian tank fires at close range toward the enemy line, hitting its target with precision and successfully neutralizing it. As the fighting on the Eastern Front escalates, Ukrainian forces maintain relentless pressure on the enemy with swift and flexible operations. Infantry assaults, backed by armored units and guided by real-time intelligence from drones, are steadily forcing the enemy to retreat from their positions. As enemy positions continue to fall, each strategic move underscores the critical role of precision and adaptability, shaping the battlefield and leaving a lasting impact on the course of the conflict.